Deep into the desert they came, two of the NFL's proudest franchises vying for pro football's ultimate prize. The Dallas Cowboys rode into Super Bowl 30 confident of winning an unprecedented third world championship in 4 years. In only his second season with the Cowboys, head coach Barry Switzer was matched against the Pittsburgh Steelers' Bill Cowher. A former NFL player and assistant, Cowher was the youngest head coach to lead his team to a Super Bowl. And in Sun Devil Stadium, his boundless enthusiasm would help fuel this duel in the desert.
I'm in for you, one play.
Huh?
I'm in for you, one play. I just want one play. Let's go, everybody up!
Hey, it's been a long time coming, but we finally here.
I'll tell you something, guys. We've come too far. We've overcome too much.
Let's go out here and play a complete game. Let's go from the Alpha to the Omega.
Poise, 60 minutes, and physical.
Kick these Pittsburgh Steelers ass up and down the field.
Right on this kickoff.
On the first series of Super Bowl 30, the Dallas Cowboys demonstrated why they were the favorites.
45!
Larry Allen's block on Steelers linebacker Greg Lloyd sprung Emmitt Smith for 23 yards, and it appeared the Cowboys' huge offensive line could dominate the much smaller Steelers' defensive front. A steady diet of Smith runs mixed with passes from Troy Aikman marched the Cowboys deep into Steelers territory. The Cowboys' initial drive yielded the game's first points as Chris Bonio connected on a 42-yard field goal. Their next possession would be even more rewarding.
I left, but he left.
Aikman added to the Steelers' troubles when he launched a 47-yard bomb to Deion Sanders. In only 7 plays, Dallas had driven to the Steelers' 3-yard line.
Flex left scat left 495 F drag. On one.
And on first down,
On one.
the Cowboys were poised to score the first touchdown of Super Bowl 30.
Set! 398! Ring 98!
Aikman to pass on first and goal from the 3. Wide open. Jay Novacek. Touchdown. Jay Novacek hesitated like he was blocking. Sneaks out. Nobody picks him up. He was wide open. Just an easy little toss for Aikman.
After only 2 possessions, the Cowboys had a 10-0 lead, and a punishing Dallas defense left Pittsburgh unable to retaliate.
That's a good start right there. It's a great start, Tony. Just keep the heat coming, baby.
Mistakes and a stalled running game kept the Steelers stuck in reverse throughout the first quarter.
Let's go! Settle down!
Pittsburgh seemed unable to grasp their Super Bowl opportunity, or for that matter, anything else.
We're okay. You guys are panicking. Relax.
But 1 quarter does not a Super Bowl make. And fortunately for the Steelers,
Lot of football.
there were 3 quarters left to play.
Lot of football. Lot of football, man. Lot of football left. Let's go. Let's go. Lot of football.
088 special. On one.
Michael Irvin's over there as a Z.
Leading 10-0 as the second quarter began, Dallas used its third possession to mount still another scoring drive.
Aikman straight back to pass. Has all day. Throws down the middle to Michael Irvin. Touchdown Cowboys. 24 yards and the playmaker has scored.
Well, then there's a flag. It is against Dallas.
They're going to call offensive pass interference.
Troy Aikman's touchdown pass turned out to be nothing more than a mirage in this desert duel.
So let's look at the replay. And Irvin, notorious for pushing off. Well, that is his reputation, that he will push off on you constantly.
Good call. Thank you. I'm on your side, baby. I give it to you. Good. I know that. Thanks. I appreciate it.
I snatched his ass.
I know you did. You ready? See, I saw you with the right hand, see.
Denied the touchdown it wanted.
Just got to keep him out of the end zone.
Dallas still had the ball deep in Pittsburgh territory. But for the first time in Super Bowl 30, the Steelers rose up and stuffed the Cowboys.
Pitch it to the right on 3rd and 1, and Emmett is tackled for a loss on the play, and a big play it is.
Pittsburgh breathed a sigh of relief as Dallas was forced to settle for another field goal.
Snap and the ball down. The kick is in the air, and it's right down the middle. That kick splits the uprights perfectly. 6:03 remaining in the first half, and the Cowboys lead the Steelers 13-0.
As the second quarter unfolded, it was clear that Pittsburgh's offense was still being shoved around by the Dallas defense. Steelers quarterback Neil O'Donnell was sacked by Charles Haley, number 94. And even when he wasn't under pressure, number 14 was having trouble getting the ball into his receiver's hands. A second sack, this one by Chad Henning, number 95, only added to the Steelers' misfortune. And Pittsburgh's luck didn't improve when an apparent game-breaking play turned out to be a rule-breaking play.
Not much of a rush, so Stark has one come off the side of his foot. It's low, and it's an over spiral. Hits it to 29, goes inside the 20, takes a Steeler bounce to about the 15. The Cowboys touched it, and the Steelers dive on it. The Cowboys appeared to touch it down there. What are they going to call? And now the officials are going to give Dallas the football at the 13-yard line.
What's the call? He got knocked into him. He touched the ball. No, he read.
They ruled that the player was blocked into the football.
Which he was. And, that's a good call.
And the Steelers getting further explanation from the officials who made the call.
What is the ruling?
The rule, coach, is that if he gets blocked into the ball, it's like he didn't even touch it. And he ended up not to.
Huh?
The guy was behind it. He pushed him from behind and pushed him
wait a
into the
minute.
ball.
That's not a rule.
Yes, it is.
Bill, that's a rule.
The guy
I promise you, it's a rule. It's like it never even touched anybody when he blocked him in.
You get blocked into the ball, you're telling me if you're touching him, if there's no touching him?
By rule.
Can't argue the rule.
You also couldn't argue that on this day, the NFL's best running back couldn't be stopped, because the Steelers had all but contained Emmitt Smith. Pittsburgh held the NFL's leading rusher to just 40 yards in the first half. And on the final possession of the second quarter, the Steelers' offense finally began to move.
Empty right, 74, double delay.
74, double delay. Empty right.
Given time to scan the field and find the open receiver, Neil O'Donnell drove Pittsburgh back into the game. On 3rd and 20, O'Donnell's pass to Andre Hastings gained 19 yards and seemed to spark the Steelers' attack. Pittsburgh converted on 4th and inches, then proceeded to finish a 54-yard drive. Pittsburgh was mixing it up and moving the ball, thanks in large measure to a gritty group of receivers. There were just 17 seconds remaining in the half.
Empty left. You want to go empty left? Use
Empty left, back motion, 75, flood slant, VK, Rita.
Right. Hey, if you complete short, we got to clock it.
Now at the Dallas 6-yard line, the Steelers were close enough for a momentum-turning touchdown.
Slant pattern for the goal line. Touchdown Steelers. Pulling that ball in is Yancey Thigpen, and this place is on fire. Look at the terrible towel swirling.
Oh, Kevin, you know nothing. That was a great throw by O'Donnell. That ball was humming.
That's a beautiful throw, and it is right in front of Deion Sanders. And this Super Bowl game is on. We might have something now.
30 minutes. 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
With 30 minutes remaining in Super Bowl 30, the Dallas Cowboys still had not ignited their trademark offensive fireworks.
495F drag. On one.
And thanks to the Steelers' defense, the Cowboys' offensive outburst never happened. The Cowboys' passing game fizzled, and its powerful running game built around Emmitt Smith stumbled, tripped up by the Steelers' team speed.
And they give it to Smith, and Smith will be tackled for a loss at the 31-yard line by Levon Kirkland, who shot the gap and came in clean.
That was a great example of the Steelers' speed outmanning the Cowboys.
Good job.
But just when Pittsburgh seemed to be gaining momentum, the Dallas defense stole it back with one play.
Midway through the third quarter, Steelers trail 13-7 with a big 3rd and 9 at the 48. Here's O'Donnell, big blitz, and he fires a pass, and it's pulled in and intercepted at the 40, the 50. He's at the 45, the 40. The Dallas defender dives over a blocker, and with the football down at the 23-yard line is Larry Brown with a big interception. And the shame of it is O'Donnell threw it right to him. There was no receiver out there.
I don't know if there was a miscommunication there or what.
He returned it all the way to the 19-yard line of the Steelers. And that is a real harmful play to the Steeler cause.
Zero now.
What's that?
The all in, that Ernest coming underneath.
To get it to.
Is that what you're trying to throw it to? Okay.
65.
Ball just sailed a little bit.
That's how you play, Larry. That's how you play, baby.
Handed the first turnover of Super Bowl 30, it took Dallas merely 2 snaps to travel the final 18 yards.
Play action, roll to the right. Aikman has all day. Fired, caught. Michael Irvin and out of bounds.
Gator left. Bronco right. 989 F run sneak.
And Dallas is knocking at the door.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Emmitt Smith gets the touchdown. The Cowboys convert points from the turnover in just 2 plays, can open up a 13-point lead.
Hey, let's go. A lot of football. A lot of football.
With the third quarter winding down, it became obvious the Cowboys simply couldn't shake these pesky Steelers.
Damn.
Pittsburgh began pulling out all the stops and mounted a drive it hoped would reclaim the touchdown it had so easily thrown away. As the drive neared midfield, the Dallas defense finally rose up and challenged Pittsburgh's gutty comeback.
Short yardage offense. 3rd down and 1 from the 48-yard line. Long signal count by O'Donnell. Handoff goes to Van Morris. He's stuck right at the line of scrimmage. I think he's short.
4th down.
Now we'll see how Bill Cowher decides to play it.
No, we're going for it now. Don't tell me about punting, because we're going for it.
Cowher has got to gamble. He's doing it here.
In motion is Ernie Mills. Handoff goes to Van Morris. He didn't make it.
He did not make it. 3 plays needing a yard. 3 plays needing a yard, and the Cowboys defense
stuffs him.
Though the gamble had come up short, the Steelers' resolve couldn't be second-guessed.
That was my decision not to punt. It's all on me. Can't make an argument. You're down by 13 points. You don't deserve to win a championship. On 2 shots. Is that the right thinking? I don't know, but that's my thinking.
First down, Dallas.
As the fourth quarter began, the Steelers turned to their bruising running attack in order to get them back into the game.
I like to run the flow 36. I like to hammer it right down them right now. Flow 36, put Bam, Jonathan, Bruner in the game. Let's run the flow 36. Right down their face. Let's go. Right down their mouth.
Bam Morris landed the first blows. However, Dallas would strike back.
O'Donnell, a short drop, throws downfield, and then fumbled. Scott Case put a hit on Ernie Mills at the 36-yard line.
Mark Bruner's alert recovery set up a Norm Johnson field goal. Now, trailing by 10 with 11 minutes to play, it was time for another Cowher gamble.
Surprise onside. What do you think, Coach? Want to go surprise onside? What do you think, Chan? Chan, surprise onside? Hey, let's do it. Surprise onside. Hey, Dick, I'm going onside here. Not leaving anything in the bag.
Kevin Williams and Brock Marion are the two deep men. The Steelers try an onside kick, and they got it! And a man running with the football at the 50. Deion Figures. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great call.
Let's go! Let's go! Hey, Ronnie! Let's go! Let's go!
And the Steelers, trailing 20-10, threaten to make this a football game once again.
Hey, let's go! Let's go, baby!
Inspired by this bold move, the Steelers seized the momentum away from the startled Cowboys.
Let's go! Let's go!
Dallas did its best to snuff out the Steelers' fire. But only 9 plays after the onside kick, Cowher's daring call produced a 7-point reward.
The give to Bam, and Bam walks into the end zone for the Steeler touchdown. Bam Morris turned to the right, followed the lead blocking of John L., and got into the end zone, and we got a dandy in Super Bowl 30.
That was a gutsy call on the onside, all right? Great call. Huh? Great. Close. I loved it. Got us into the game. Yes. Excellent. It's a ballsy call.
That's a great call. Hey, you got nothing to lose.
You know what? You know why? Because I trust you guys. That's why I went through on 4th down here, man. I trust you guys on defense.
Let's get the offensive ball back. Better yet, let's put the end zone ourselves. Hey, listen, focus, motion, talking, everybody in their gap, one at a time, baby. This is what you've been working for all year long. Let's get it done. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Dallas responded to Pittsburgh's challenge like champions. But when the Steelers' Levon Kirkland blitzed on 3rd down, Troy Aikman stumbled in a direction that seemed to symbolize where the Cowboys were heading.
What are you guys thinking? Yeah. That's what's got us here.
Steelers quarterback Neil O'Donnell was armed with his 4 wide receiver set and over 4 minutes to play. But it would be an unlikely Cowboy hero who would end the Steelers' comeback and determine the outcome of Super Bowl 30.
O'Donnell again in the shotgun with 4 wideouts. He gets his snap. Here comes an outside blitz. The pass is picked off and open field. Here comes Larry Brown to the 15. He's to the 10, and he's knocked out of bounds on the far side at the Steelers' 6-yard line. O'Donnell threw the ball out there, and Larry Brown was the closest man to it when it came in. It worked in Dallas's favor.
Larry Brown's second shocking interception earned him the game's most valuable player award and put Dallas in position to finally lock up the game.
Second and goal from the 4. Watkins in motion. Handoff Emmitt Smith on the right-hand side. Touchdown. He leans forward to the end zone. Emmitt Smith scores.
The Cowboys should have it with that touchdown by Emmitt Smith.
Quiet most of the day, Emmitt Smith beat LaVon Kirkland, the one man he had to beat, and proved that great players aren't always great. They're just great when they have to be.
And the Cowboys are celebrating.
While the Cowboys celebrated an unprecedented third Super Bowl title in 4 years, the Steelers were left to ponder how close they had come to a world championship.
Great season. We'll see you next time.
Dallas, you can celebrate because your Cowboys are world champions again.
And the Cowboys win another Super Bowl title under owner Jerry Jones. And the big question now is, how big will the next ring be?
I want to say to Jerry Jones, he said to me, are you having a good time now, Jerry? I want to tell you, we did it our way, baby. We did it. We did it. We did it.
The Dallas Cowboys, champions of Super Bowl 30 and the dominant team of the 90s. Like the two teams, the final rewards of this duel in the desert were indeed a study in contrasts.
Good job, Bill! I'm sorry. We'll see you in the locker room, okay?
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Good job, Bill. Good job, Bill. Get up there.